Welcome to the December 2008 City Focus. On this edition, A&M Medical School construction underway. Register for spring parks and rec programs. And keep safe this holiday season. These stories and more on City Focus.
Movers and shakers from state government and higher education descended on Round Rock last month for the dedication of the Texas A&M Health Science Center's new medical school.
It's not every day you celebrate the dedication of a new medical school.
So the excitement was high, the stars were out, and maroon was the fashion statement of choice.
You had Mayor Alan McGraw, of course, as well as the chairman of the State Senate Finance Committee, a state representative who some predict will one day be Speaker of the House and, oh by the way, the chairman of the Board of Regents and the chancellor of the nation's 12th largest university system. The building won't open for another year, but the Health Science Center is already educating medical students in Round Rock.
We have 44 students who are here doing their medical education as we speak. And when we open the building in the fall of 2009, we will have, at that time, 60 medical students here.
And Texas A&M will be teaching more than just future doctors in Round Rock. They'll offer rural health education advanced degree programs as well as much-needed nursing programs.
Between Austin Community College, Texas State, and the Health Science Center, you'll be able to get a Bachelor's of Science or an ADN in nursing. We should be turning more nurses out of this county than perhaps any other county in the state.
The Health Science Center Round Rock will also partner with local hospitals to train their existing staff.
These days we teach medical education on something called simulation centers, highly technical computerized mannequins. And we've already talked to some of the local hospitals who want to come over and use that facility for training for their current staff.
And there's yet another partnership for the Health Science Center, and that's with Lone Star Circle of Care, which will have a clinic here.
It is one of the pieces of the safety net, so if you're uninsured or underinsured, you can get care there. We think they are a key partner and that every federally qualified health center should have a medical school that they partner with, so they benefit from our workforce, we benefit from their patients.
When you add a medical school to your community, now you're talking something huge. What a medical school can bring from a prestige standpoint, from better medical care to the community is really huge, and this is a great day for the city of Round Rock.
As you've heard, the building going up behind me here and the medical professionals who will work here and be trained here are going to have a huge impact on the city of Round Rock. And while no one person or institution can take credit for making it happen, everyone involved agrees that a key player was our state senator, Steve Ogden.
There was no doubt in my mind that if we were going to expand the medical school at Texas A&M, we had to do it in part in Round Rock, Texas. No doubt at all. And so I became a very forceful advocate for it and solicited the help of Representative Dan Gaddis, who became an equally forceful advocate for it. And of course, I mentioned the mayor, Niall Maxwell, who was for it, and the Avery family said, well, we'll help out too, and it came together.
While all this is impressive, the Texas A&M Health Science Center has even bigger plans for the future of its Round Rock campus.
We hope that 20, 25 years from now, we'll have all of the bricks and mortar of a medical school that'll include the research as well as the clinical training. We hope that we'll have the entire range of School of Public Health, not just 1 or 2 degrees, but the entire 6 or 7 degrees that are offered. We think that we might see a branch of the pharmacy school here, and clearly the nursing program will grow. As you see those things build, you then begin to see clinical facilities build in the area where those faculty members help see patients even as they're teaching. So this 50 acres will eventually house probably 10 to 15 buildings, some involved in education, many involved in healthcare, partnering with the others in the region.
You add all those things together, and Round Rock is uniquely positioned to take advantage of the healthcare and the education, and I think this really will be the focus of the economy of Round Rock going into the future.
With registration for spring programs underway, we thought we'd take the opportunity to show you how you can get signed up for Round Rock Parks and Recreation programs from the comfort of your computer at roundrockrecreation.com. From the roundrockrecreation.com welcome page, you'll want to go to My Account and sign in. If you do not yet have an account, you can create a new account from this page. Once logged in, you can select programs to see all the different classes and programs you can register for. On the Programs page, you can search for a class by class code or run an advanced search. The advanced search helps find a class by complex, day or date, and keyword. Back at the main program page, you can narrow classes down by type. Once you've chosen a type, you can further drill down or pick a class on the right. Once you select a class, you can see detailed information and add it to your basket and check out. If you have any questions about the system, you can always access the Help Desk section. Avoid lines and register online today at roundrockrecreation.com.
It's time to plan your family's recreational activities for spring 2009 with Round Rock Parks and Recreation.
With a variety of programs at the City of Round Rock, there's something for everyone. Plan your spring with Round Rock Parks and Recreation.
If you're working on fitness, head over to Clay Madsen Recreation Center for the athletic boot camp or yoga Pilates classes for all ages. Learn to swim this spring at the indoor pool at Clay Madsen. Or if you're into sports, join one of our basketball, flag football, kickball, or softball leagues, or improve your golf, tennis, or martial arts skills in our instructional programs. Children can enjoy yoga, dance, gymnastics, cheer, and educational classes for children and toddlers ranging from cooking to drama.
Browse and sign up for programs today at roundrockrecreation.com or pick up a program brochure from City Hall, Round Rock Parks and Rec, or Clay Madsen Recreation Center. Don't miss out on the fun. Sign up today.
When we think of Christmas, we think family gatherings, good food, and shopping for presents. Shannon McIntyre has a report to remind us that we need to think safety as well.
As Christmas time approaches, many people are getting into the holiday spirit with festive decorations. But Christmas trees, candles, and lights can pose a fire hazard that can turn celebrations to disasters. Here are a few tips to help you celebrate the holidays safely.
Artificial trees are much safer than natural cut trees. If you do have a naturally cut tree, you need to make sure that it's got a steady base so that way it won't tip over. You also need to make sure that it holds at least 2 inches of water in there to feed the tree. When you notice that the branches or the needles start falling off, then it's time to discard the tree. You can do that at the local recycling center. You also, whenever you're setting your tree up, you want to inspect the lights that you're going to be putting on there. You want to check for braids, any type of cuts in it, cracks. When you plug your lights in, you want to plug them into a surge protector and then plug the surge protector into the wall. That'll help prevent any type of overloading on the electrical circuits. If you're using candles this season, we want to make sure that they're on a stable base and away from anything that's going to catch on fire. We recommend that your Christmas tree is away from anything that's going to produce heat, such as candles or heat vents, and you want to keep that distance at least the height of that tree.
For more information on family safety, check out the tips on the city's website, including how to prepare a home fire escape plan. A few precautions can make this a great Christmas.
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, how I love your branches. But now the holidays are through, just what should I do with you? Oh, Christmas tree, I'll recycle your branches.
Since 1978, Operation Blue Santa has delivered toys and food to thousands of families in need, helping the Round Rock community celebrate the magic of the holiday season.
Operation Blue Santa, in conjunction with the Round Rock Police and Fire Departments, provides assistance to Round Rock families during Christmas. Volunteers are essential to the success of Operation Blue Santa, and we welcome you to join us this holiday season. Participate in our effort by sorting, wrapping, and filling boxes. Because of limited space, groups of 10 or more need to call the volunteer coordinator, Sandy Wright, at 671-2821 to reserve a slot. Operation Blue Santa also accepts new unwrapped toys, books, and wrapping paper. You can drop off your donation at the police department or any Round Rock fire station. We recommend donations be made by December 12th to ensure enough time to sort and package the toys. We may not have a chance for a white Christmas, but you can make sure that it will be a merry one by donating to Operation Blue Santa. For more information, check out roundrocktexas.gov/Blue Santa.
Round Rock, the sports capital of Texas, is raving about our new top-of-the-line $5.5 million softball complex at Old Settlers Park.
On November 8th, the City of Round Rock was proud to open the Hall of Fame softball complex at Old Settlers Park. The new fields represent 5.5 of a slated $18.2 million total complex improvement. At the grand opening, Mayor Pro Tem Joe Clifford, City Council members, and Texas State softball coach Ricky Woodard, and coaches from Round Rock ISD and Girls Sertoma softball threw a ceremonial first pitch, and then the Girls Sertoma players were able to take the field for their tournament play. The softball project highlights include 5 new softball fields, shaded arbor areas, and covered bleachers for spectators, a tailgate island, lit batting cages, a covered playground, and ample warm-up areas outside the complex. In spring 2009, the city will be opening a new world-class baseball complex. We're excited for you to come out to Old Settlers Park and see the newest top-notch facility we've added to the sports capital of Texas.
Recently, the Texas Department of Transportation Austin Division informed the City of Round Rock and Williamson County that it will fund and construct the widening of A.W. Grimes Boulevard from Highway 79 to Old Settlers Boulevard.
TxDOT had completed the design for the improvements to this state road when funding was pulled just last year. The City of Round Rock, Williamson County, and private developers then scrambled to find the money to complete this important project.
It was extremely important that this roadway get built. So the county and the city got together along with developers north of this area and put together a plan of how we would fill the gap in funding that the state had taken away from this project. While the city and the county were committed to providing the funding, we never gave up on the idea that this is really a regional road and that the state had a responsibility to step up to the plate and provide the funding necessary for this improvement. This is a road that goes through the heart of a highly developed area, or its rapidly developing area. It serves the new Seton Hospital, the Texas State campus, the new ACC campus, and the A&M campus that are being built. So all during the last year, we've continued those discussions with the state. And recently, some allocations of funding were made at the state level to the district, the TxDOT, that allowed them to step back in.
Phase 1 construction should begin in early summer 2009, and completion is slated for late 2010. The city will work with TxDOT, Williamson County, and private developers to ensure the second phase of A.W. Grimes Boulevard improvements will begin as quickly as possible.
Phase 2 of A.W. Grimes is to widen the roadway from Old Settlers Boulevard to University Boulevard. It's an area that's currently a 2-lane rural roadway that's going to develop very rapidly. And so, as in Phase 1, it's very critical from a development standpoint, an economic development standpoint, and most importantly, a safety standpoint to get that road improved. What we're proposing to build is a 4-lane divided street that will serve those developing areas and provide safe access to support the schools and the hospital.
Phase 1 of this project will improve safety and accessibility in this rapidly developing corridor and is expected to cost $14.5 million.
You voted. Now it's time to find out which book our community will be perusing for Round Rock Reads. Shannon McIntyre has the results.
On November 3rd, the Round Rock Public Library announced that voters picked the biography Dan Moody, Crusader for Justice by Ken Anderson as the book for the 2009 Round Rock Reads program. Dan Moody was a reformer and Texas governor in the late 1920s. Moody was an outspoken opponent of the Ku Klux Klan.
I had an opportunity to do some research, and I ended up reading the Austin American for 7 years on microfilm and the Austin Statesman, which was the evening paper, for 7 years on microfilm. And the more I read, the more fascinated I got with the story and realized that it was a big deal and that it needed to be written. So that led to the ultimate writing of the book. Took me quite a few years after I first had learned about him, but nonetheless it got done.
Author Ken Anderson is a familiar face in Round Rock. He is a district judge for Williamson County. Before his appointment to the bench, Judge Anderson served as the county's district attorney for 16 years.
I was tickled pink when I found out that my book had been nominated, and it was one of 6, and the other 5 books I'm sure were good books, but I was certainly happy when I got the call saying that Crusader had more votes than the other 5 books. So January there'll be a busy schedule. I think there's going to be 3 events scheduled. It'll be a fun month to just talk about a really important thing in Williamson County history and a really important thing in Texas history.
Copies of the book are available from the library, and it can be purchased online or from area bookstores. So, get reading.